Hey guys, welcome back to Motorcycle Maintenance Channel. On this episode we're going to show you how to install Vortex shorty levers on this 2013 R6 motorcycle. Stay tuned. We're going to pull the clutch in this way and then kind of stick this here just to give us some more clearance with the clutch cable and just kind of hold it. These are just a pair of tin snips, but you could use like a block of wood or something. Something kind of soft that's not going to destroy anything. And we'll just leave it like that. So now we have more play on this side of the lever to mess with it. Next, you're going to grab your 10mm socket, and underneath the brake lever, underneath this bolt right here, there will be a 10mm bolt. And, or not a bolt, a nut. And we're just going to unscrew that. And you may need to hold the top part of it with your fingers. There you go. It looks like this. Goes on the bottom part. We'll just push on that bolt and pull that out. And we'll join them for right now. This will have grease on it, a light coat. Don't wipe that grease off. That grease needs to be there. Alright, so should be able to just from here pull this lever out. There it goes. Pulled it out. We got a little bit of slack from our clutch cable already, so we'll just pull that little part out of the lever. There it goes. Now you may be wondering why this stock lever is back on here when you've seen in our earlier episodes we replaced it with a red shorty lever. Well, the red shorty lever was a cheapo from eBay, and it turned out to have a lot of play in it. It lost a lot of feeling, so we put the stock one back on. But now we're going to try our new Vortex Race Lever 2.0. See if this gives us any better results. On the old cheap eBay levers, we had to reuse this little bearing inside, so that might be, we're going to check that out on the Vortex ones. Also, we got them red colored, and the red didn't really match this. Then we also bought CRG levers, which are a little bit pricier than the Vortex, but the red was also kind of off from the Yamaha red. So we went to these Vortex that come in black. Alright, so this came in two pieces, and this came separate from this, but in the obvious position because they go like that together. So what we did was we put the gold piece, get our spring, and just simply drop it in here just like we did on the brake side, right there. We're going to take our bolt, slide it through both, and then our locking nut at the bottom. It goes just like that. And we'll get our Allen key, and looks like maybe an 8, and we'll tighten it up. So we got an 8mm socket for this locking nut on the bottom, and a 4mm Allen key for the other side. Aha! And this little cap part that goes on the bottom looks like a special tool, because after a while your 8mm socket will get blocked by the lever. So this little cap piece that it came with goes right there to hold it in place while you tighten it, since your conventional socket's not going to work past a certain point. And looks like when we do tighten it, it fits right there. It doesn't come back off. So that's neat. Alright. So now it's all together, which honestly, Vortex, if you're listening, I would prefer that it just came this way in the box. But hey, you guys do your thing for a reason, I guess. Alright, so this is there. This is the mechanism that pushes your lever further out from the handlebar or further in from the handlebar. So now what we have to do, and just by judging by this hole size, it looks like we are going to have to reuse this bearing or collar, whatever you want to call it, that's in there, and put it here. So we're going to take that out, which just slides right out. It's really greasy. We'll stick it in there. And then this is where the clutch cable goes. So we'll feed the clutch cable over here on this side. This clutch cable here will go right, will settle in right here with the, the string going out that way. So let's take the collar out. Put it in the new Vortex race lever. Just slides right out of there. Alright. And then let's get the clutch cable in there. This will be hard to see. You know what? Before we do that collar, because it's just going to slide right out again, but we know that it goes there. We're going to do the clutch cable part first. So I'm going to take the clutch like this. Slide that little thing in there. Just like that. Feed the line through here. And the reason I can do this so easy is because remember I put some slack in the cable for us. So now we got the collar, the cable's in there, push the collar in, and then slide the whole thing inside the stock assembly there, just like that. Alright. Put our stock bolt back in. There we go. And then our 10mm nut on the other side. Just use our fingers to tighten it. Here's our 10mm socket. Where it's a 10mm socket, so we're going to put like just all your strength into it, just get it snug. Alright, so it's in there, and from here you can push it out or push it in, but we got to take out our little our blockage down here, our tin snips in this case, but you could use like a block of wood. That out, there we go. Now the cable's fully released. Alright, and that's just your standard play. You should have a little bit of play in there. Tighten it up by moving the screw this way, or you could loosen it by going this way. That's on you. I kind of don't like that much, so let's go this way with it, see what we can do with it. Alright, I'm going to take out some play. You should have some play in it, just not a whole lot. So that should be good there. And then, this is on you too. Like, do you want it? You can move this lever this way to push it further out, or you can move the lever this way to bring your lever back in. If you have big hands, bring that baby out. If not, bring it in. But there it is, clutch side done. Alright, so here we are on the brake side. The brake should be a little bit easier than the clutch. Should be, right? So we'll try that out. And this is where we tend to have most of our problems with the eBay ones. we'll start with the loosening of the nut at the bottom, was that the brake side didn't have the right feeling to it. Alright, so I took the little 10mm nut off the bottom. Now, I think, remember this, you get a little flathead screwdriver, there we go. That's also threaded in there, so that's not just going to push out, you're just going to have to unscrew it from the top. Unbolt from the bottom, unscrew from the top. Now, just like on the clutch side, there's a little collar in there. Pretty sure we're going to have to reuse that collar. We'll see. Now for the unboxing, our Vortex race lever 2.0. It's adjustable, so just like the other side, we got two pieces to it. And our little cap at the bottom. There it is. Alright. So we'll start by assembling our brand new part. I really feel like it should come together. So here's our brake lever all disassembled, how it comes from Vortex. First thing we're going to do is take this little spring that comes with it, place it right there. Next, we're going to put the little gold collar in this piece. Okay. Slide those two together. Like that. We'll put the bolt through the top end of it. This is going to be the same on the clutch side as well. Goes like that. Then the locking nut on the bottom. Go here. It's an 8mm. And this is a 4mm hex key that'll go on this side of the nut. And then it comes with a little tool like this. So instead of grabbing your 8mm wrench, you can just use this to cap it off. I mean, you could use your 8mm socket, but it'll get stuck in here. So it's best just to do it like this, with the part that they provide you. We'll just snug it on in there. You can take the cap off once you're done putting it in, or you can leave it into place like that. And then this will allow the lever to go out and go back in. Next, we'll take this collar, maybe. See how that goes in there. No, it doesn't look like we'll have to use it on this side. Make sure that our factory pin goes through snugly with no problems. So I think with the eBay one, the clearances for this hole was too big, so it kind of wobbled on this nut and it made for a really bad feel on your brake lever. Looks like Vortex has it built pretty good. So this will just slide into place here. This little pin here, which activates your master cylinder. Go right there into the hole. There we go. Get our 10mm. Use our fingers first. There we go. Nice and snug. Brake lever's on there. And then with this, you'll just adjust it out. If you need more space, or if you want it closer to the bar, adjust it back in. And it has, settings here. That's how you do the brake side. Alright guys, we installed our Vortex Race Lever 2.0 on this R6 motorcycle. And as you can see, they come in this stunning black color. Really ties everything together. Wasn't too hard to do. There are definitely some little parts in the Vortex box, like the spring that we found buried deep in there, that you don't want to forget about. And if we're talking to the Vortex audience out there, maybe include some paper instructions, or pre-assemble the brake parts so you don't have to do it at home. But either way, we got them on there. Looks great. I'm sure they'll work good. Vortex has always been a great company for us. Stay tuned.